Hi everybody, this is Mychi. So this is the picture how it come into Lightroom straight out the camera. Then I would go, the next thing I would do it, I would change the white balance. All right, and have a little black clipping over here, and I should like move up, change it a little bit. I normally go, you see it right here. Before that, let's see. I normally like just clicks on that and then move the slides until that disappear. You see that, and then click this off. And that basically that pretty much I'm done with Lightroom. Now I'm gonna take that photo into Photoshop. Then you right click it, go to edit in Lightroom, and then will take you right into Photoshop. I mean, not Lightroom, Photoshop. Take you right into Photoshop. I'm gonna small the picture down a little bit. Okay, so you can see now. The first thing I'm doing when I'm going to Photoshop is I'm gonna make a curve adjustment, and I would darken my background a little bit right there, right? And I will go into my brush. I'll make like a really big brush. That way you don't get the halo around the person. And then I'll bring my opacity down like really low, about 50, right? And then I will click it around the area when I want to light it up a little bit. If you're good right there, leave it. I want to give it a couple more clicks right there. I make it a little smaller, it's a little smaller. I'm gonna concentrate on the face a little bit more right there, and then I'm good with that. Okay, so now I'm going to make another curve adjustment. Then from here, I'm going to go into, now you know what, I make a face a little bit lighter. Okay, and I would inverse it. Then you change your brush into white. The same thing, make your brush really big. Match it, like, you know, light it up her face a bit. There you go, just right there, good enough. All right, and then I will make in another level adjustment. And from here, I'm gonna bring down the blacks a little bit, give it a little bit of matte look. And in the same time, and kind of like, you know, put more contrast onto your subjects. There, I'm going to give it a little more like right there. Okay, then you're going to put your brush, I'm going to make it a little bigger. Then brush off your subject, just like so. You see how you have a little matte in your backgrounds, and then your subject it kind of like pop out a little bit more. I'm going to bring my opacity up to 100 that way. Her face it pop out more. Okay. So you get an idea. I normally like, you know, resize my brush and like really small to go into all around the edges. Make sure you make it all like nice and clean, but you gotta have an idea. All right, so, and then just to get like, to make sure you don't get like a really halo around her body, I'm gonna make my brush really big and bring my opacity down like really low. I'm gonna go like all around her just like this, and then around, okay, just like that. And then around the bushes right here, I just want to give it like, just because it's almost the same, on the same focal plane with her, so it's gonna like, I give it a little more like, you know, in focus. Okay, just like that. It's only the background would be more like, because it's the background is really far away from her, so there you go. And then I will bring the opacity over it down a little bit, so to have it like a really real looking. All right, there you go. So I'm gonna, from here, I'm gonna give it another color balance adjustment. I'm gonna give it like a little, like warm looking. There you go. And give a little magenta, very little bit, just about right there. And then I would leave it on. I inverse it here, and I would brush it right on her skin, just to give it like a warm skin looking. Reverse my brush. There it is. Right there's on the face, big as I can see. There you go. All right, and bring the opacity down. It's about 80 right there. All right, and then from here I'm gonna flatten my image down. Now I'm gonna make a copy of the background. From here I'm gonna go into liquify. You know, she pregnant, and I think she's in a very good shape, but you know, as the women, we all like feel like, you know, I can use a couple pounds. You know, my arms too big, but you know, she's very, very beautiful. But you know what? I'm gonna make her arms a little thinner. Since the dress a little big on her, so I'm gonna, like, you see, I'm gonna bring her arms in just a little bit, not a whole lot. So it makes, when you use your liquify tool, make sure your density is really low that way, and your brush, it really make it really big. It's bigger than the area where you're moving, because see when you make it small like that, look, when you move it, it's just moving one spot, right? Okay, let me undo that. Step backward. But when you make your brush really big like this, you move it almost that whole area, and it look more like evenly. All right, I'm gonna bring it up, arms up here a little bit, just a tiny little bit, just give it a little bit more, and bring her waistline in to the hand. You know, like I said, she's very fit, but you can use just a little bit, a little tug here and there go a long way, especially for women, just to make it like the sexier looking. And then give her a little waistlines over here, you know what I mean? Like I said, she's really good looking. Normally when you would do editing picture for client, you know, I often ask her, like, ask them beforehand, like, you know, how would you like your picture to look? You know, would they mind to see themselves, like, you know, how far, let's put it that way, how far do they want the picture to be edited? Like, you know, if you go too far, they're not going to look like themselves anymore. So I often ask them beforehand. And then see that right here, the dress is kind of big on her, so I'm going to just like make my brush bigger and bring this in a little bit and give it like a little more curve, so it look like it have like a little more, don't look too big on her. Okay, that's all. So go back and let's see how it goes. Just give it in a little bit more, and then the hair right over here, I'm going to give it a little boost so it looks like, you know, get more volumes there. And basically that was it. All right, so I'm done with, move it in a little more down here. Get a little more definite right there. All right, I'm done with that. I'm going back to Photoshop, and this is my before and this is my after with the liquify tool. Okay, see that? Not a whole lot, but you know, see it right here. You get a little curve there for her waistline. So from here, I'm gonna zoom in really big, so she have like a few pimple on her face. So I'm gonna use the spot healing brush tool, and then just take it off, shit like that. All right, just how simple that is. And that's it. she have a very, very beautiful skin. So there, I don't need to do anything. I should take a couple of those, straight hair out of here. And that's it. The stuff over here, it doesn't bother me that much, so I should leave it. All right, so basically it. All right, so from there, so when we get that, we're gonna flatten the image out a little bit one more time. You know what, I am gonna give it another curvature, and I decided I want the background a little darker, so because she's in a really deep forest, so I want to make it look like it's a little mysterious here. So I'm gonna bring the background down a little bit, make it a little bit darker. So then from here, I'm gonna switch my brush and make it bigger. I'm gonna put brighten up her face a little bit. I just want to darker the background, but not on hers. Okay, there it is. You know what? I'm gonna make it the background even darker right there. Yeah, and then bring her up a little bit more. Right there. I think it will look good. I want to give it the whole image a little warmer look. So let's see. I'm gonna do another color bound adjustment. Make it a little warmer for the whole image. It's about right there. Right about there. I'll add a little magenta to it. At least a little less of these. Sometimes you have to play with your slider to see where you're happy with it. And then I will bring the opacity down to about right there. Alright, I think I am done with this. So I'm gonna flat the image down. Then I'm gonna make a screenshot. Let's see. I'm starting my image from here. And I'm finished. I finished it. You see how easy it is? Alright guys, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Until the next time. And be the most beautiful you. Bye.